This recently came out today. So I think everyone here, especially from this channel, knows that prismatic evolution has been a significantly hot topic in the Pokemon community space, right? You have people showing off hundreds of ETBs on social media, live streams, everything like that. I've seen, and I kind of joked about it in the Discord. You see rip and shippers having it for like 25 bucks or 30 bucks, basically having everything just labeled I don't make the price, and having their chats kind of flame them for buying out stuff and being scalpers. It's been crazy. Overall, it's not a good look for Pokemon specifically, right? And another thing that someone brought up with live streamers getting a huge amount of allocation, that traditionally back even with during COVID times like the pandemic was next to impossible to get distribution to a person who simply doesn't have a brick and mortar store. But now you're kind of getting away from that altogether, which is very odd and to a degree upsetting. So what we saw today with this statement, so basically in a nutshell, if you haven't read it already, I'm going to keep it on screen here, is Pokemon in a nutshell has recognized that there is a clear demand, which is kind of silly that they're just realizing that there's a demand, but that's another topic, to where they will be printing more. And the other thing that I think a lot of us are, it's very hard to set aside the fear of missing out or FOMO to recognize that this set hasn't officially come out yet, right? So they're seeing all this stuff. They're hearing a lot of these cries from social media, from content creators, from all these folks, and they more or less they were kind of pressured to have to make a statement like this. And we haven't seen a statement like this, I think, since probably Clayburst over in Pokemon Japan, when boxes were going like 100, 200, like absolutely insane for Iono. And then they ended up doing was they met the demand, and those cards went into a reasonable place where people and collectors could actually purchase them and enjoy them. And I think that's what we're seeing with this set, hopefully. And I have to be like bold and underline hopefully, because we don't know, it's all speculation, right? But at the end of the day, we don't know if this was just merely PR pressure from the community for Pokemon to acknowledge that this is insane, and that they were kind of forced to say something as generic as this statement. But at the same time, if even distributors are seeing some of these pain points, you would hope that the manufacturing should just simply meet the demand, especially after COVID, where Pokemon purchased I forgot the name of them. I think they were called Millennium Printing, I think it was called, in the United States, where they can print essentially to demand within the US. So it's not like it needs to be out of Japan to print this stuff. It can be printed within the US. And so at the end of the day, guys, it really is just do not cave to FOMO. And I know, and I think if anything, this has shown me truly the power of FOMO. And as long as we just, kind of stick with it and just know that at least Pokemon has acknowledged that there's an issue, we only can hope that they will do something about it. In addition, the set hasn't come out yet. So once it does, and once those cards start to get kind of released and whatever, hopefully prices will start to go down, and we'll see a little bit more of a manageable market when that stuff does go through. So hold tight, guys. At the end of the day, do not cave in to fear of missing out. I know it's hard. And the other thing that I saw too, I was watching a PokeRev stream before I started streaming today, and the pull rates for this stuff is next to impossible to get an evolution, which is ultimately what people are trying to chase after. So it's tough. So I would just say hold on. Don't let fear of missing out dictate what you do with your money. And don't pay those crazy insane 3x MSRP prices. It's just not worth it.